This is the deluxe edition volume 8 from the Berserk manga, and inside is this panel featuring several mud golems. What I want to do in today's video is sculpt a little mud golem of my own, and I'll be using these guys as my reference for that. I made some basic shapes out of aluminium foil. These then get covered in a layer of clay. The legs, however, are solid pieces of clay. This makes them a bit heavier and should provide some stability. I'm attaching them directly to the body and blending the pieces together. I further shaped them to have a bit of a bend at the knees. After making sure the piece could stand on its own, I felt like the body could use a bit more bulk, so I mashed on some bits of clay till it was more to my liking. Instead of figuring out how many fingers I wanted, I took the easy way out and went with a boxing glove look. This time though, things ended up too bulky, so I started shaving down the clay on the arms till I felt like they looked a lot better. Now that they were good enough, it was time to attach them to the body, adding some clay for the shoulders and blending everything together. Next up, I'm refining the head shape. I can't really call it a neck, but here I'm creating a bit of a separation between the head and the torso. Of course, we also need the other arm, and this one I'm making to look a bit more like a fist. Sketching on the lines for the alchemical symbols. The top one represents earth and the bottom one is for water. Makes sense for a golem made out of mud. Committing to these lines by deepening them with a small ball tool. Figuring out some guidelines for the face, or more like one single guideline for the entire face. I made one long wormy dealie, which I'm then pressing down onto the face guideline. Adding some texture. For the final step, I'm giving him some grassy hair. Here he is, fully baked and ready to be painted. First, a base coat, then some beigey color, a muddy wash, and some light brown for the face. Painting the grass on top as the sun starts peeking in. I used several shades of green and also added them to bits of the body. And now he's all done. So this is the final result. Maybe in hindsight I should have added some mossy texture to the shoulders as well, but I didn't plan on adding all that extra green beforehand, other than the bit on top of the head. It's just that when only the patch of grass on top was colored green, it looked a bit funny by itself like that. So adding all the green on the head and shoulders was basically just a last minute addition to tie everything together a bit better. And you know, I think it worked well enough. So overall, I'm quite happy with him. And here he is next to the manga panel from the intro. I relied on this panel as reference for the sculpting bit, and then I looked up some images on Google to figure out a direction for the coloring. And that's about it, so thank you very much for watching.